Anybody that flew in those days, famous or not famous, knew Gander and had stopped in Gander.
Rogues, world leaders, entertainment leaders, sports titans, they're all through Gander at one point or another. So, you know, Newfoundland's mostly outports, not airports, but in Gander, it added an edge of the cosmopolitan to a very small town.
People from lots of parts of Europe land here and have no idea in the world where they are. People in the States often don't quite know where Gander, Newfoundland is. Gander was a wonderful place to grow up.
It's a really unusual community because the airport essentially fathered the town. You know, Gander's the airport and the airport is Gander. The two are totally inseparable.
When the World War II broke out, the RCAF moved into that area, and so I grew up surrounded by the Royal Canadian Air Force. And it was a stop mainly for bombers, and thousands of heavy bombers were delivered through Gander. After the war, the next big thing was the development of North Atlantic passenger traffic.
Gander was like a Panama Canal at the time. All air routes led through Gander, which is what caused this new airport and this mid-modernist room to be built. I mean, the lounge here is pretty close to a perfect time capsule since it was opened with the blessing of the Queen in 1959.
There's a lot of heritage people wants to see this stuff stay. I've been offered up to $5,000 for one seat. Not a word of a lie. Well, this is the first escalator, we like to say, that was in Newfoundland and Labrador.
They spared no expense and they commissioned the best art, custom-built furniture, terrazzo flooring imported from Italy. And the idea was that people who arrived in Gander would see Canada as this progressive zenith of design. Not much has changed.
This is all from the day, basically, that she opened.
It's retrolicious.
And, well, times were different too then. People from other towns actually used to drive in, and the airport was the place to go because it was the biggest place around.
The community could come freely here on a Sunday and intermingle with all the people coming through. You know, this constellation of stars. I mean,
all of the movie stars, you name one, Frank Sinatra and Bob Hope, anybody that traveled on the North Atlantic, the whole gang of them would have been here at some point.
Back in the heyday, Frank Sinatra was in the lineup, and he tried to butt in front, and someone told him, "You're no more than the rest of us, get back to the end of the line."
There's some pictures that we have somewhere of Fidel Castro tobogganing behind our hospital in the winter.
John Travolta, he would, no matter of his entourage, he would come in and pass the time of day with you, whether it's in the day or 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought to myself, maybe I'll go moose hunting. So I seen the second plane hit, and I came to work, and I was here for 36 hours. There were people up on the planes up to 24 hours. The airport had the parking spaces, and the people here to help. Stranded here, you might have been talking to a volunteer, and they say, well, come on with us now. Eat with us, we'll take you around the town. And there is people that come back and visit these people to this day.
I don't think anyone back then was making casseroles and sandwiches with the thought that this would inspire a musical or worldwide interest. The reason it's a Gander story is because there's so much novelty with this big oversized airport and such a small town accommodating so many people. But it was nothing that anyone else wouldn't have done.
Things did change to a degree, but now things are starting to slow off again, so who knows. We're still here. We love to see anyone come.
We're trying to write a new chapter in the airport's history that's true to the story that got us there. And we're really looking to take this International Lounge out of its seal, to break the vacuum, give it back to the community.
Just come visit us without having to be diverted here.